but these are some of the clips that we're getting. I think this is even recently of some of the crime that's occurring and causing a lot of the frustration that President Trump has.
Retail thieves on the run. This video, posted to the popular social media account Washingtonian Problems, is going viral. Several suspects seen sprinting down the street, arms full with thousands of dollars in stolen stuff. Now DC police are asking for help tracking down these 6 suspects who they say got away with $20,000 worth of merch from this aloe in Georgetown.
That's more than my car. It's a lot, yeah.
It all went down here on M Street Monday evening. DC cops say the suspects came into the aloe around 7:30, grabbed what they could from the display racks, and ran off, hopping into a silver or gray Ford Edge with covered tags.
That's crazy. That's a lot. That's a lot of stuff.
This aloe, just the latest high-end athleisure store in Georgetown to be targeted.
And they be hitting Lululemon like it ain't nothing, you know? This is in Georgetown. I've been to these areas. I've been to some of these stores. I'm in the DC area, so I have a little bit of a perspective. And the way the crime is just... This isn't violent crime, by the way. This isn't somebody that's being held up by gunpoint, somebody who's beating up a grandma while she's walking her dog and stealing her purse. These are the kind of crimes that are going on underneath the radar. And this petty crime and all this stuff is what the problem is. Let's continue with the video.
March 24th, cameras rolling inside the Lululemon just up the street.
Lululemon.
Several suspects in hoodies and face masks walk into the store just before noon and take off with what they can carry.
You know, more popular brands, as it gets up in popularity, it makes sense that these things would happen.
Tuesday, 2 security guards spotted at the aloe entrance, and a rep for MPD telling News 4 they've increased foot patrols in the area.
And keep in mind, Georgetown, that's one of the most affluent places in the United States, this area where they're stealing from.
I was quite surprised to see 2 security guards outside a clothing store, so that did strike me as a bit OTT, over the top, you know, and excessive. But now that you've explained what happened to me yesterday, it all makes sense, and it's a very nice store. The things are very expensive, so I think I can understand it.
And again, this is an ongoing.
So it's not only the Lululemon and the Alo and different places like that. It's the CVS's, it's the Targets, it's the giant food stores. It's getting so bad in DC that they don't even have supermarkets to shop at in some of these neighborhoods because they've had to shut down because they've lost so much in revenue to crime and criminals. This isn't violent crime either. This is retail theft. These are people that are having their cars broken into. I have a friend. His car was broken into for the last 4 years. Every year his car has been broken into, and he doesn't even live in DC. He just goes there to work occasionally in the nightlife. In addition to that, I had a buddy just tell me yesterday that one of his friends got beat up like a month ago. Just a bunch of guys just jumped him and beat him. DC is a kind of a rough place. It's kind of an eyesore when I go there, and you're looking at this beautiful city with all this marble and all the construction there. And then you see a homeless person pooping in the middle of the park. When I see all this, I see some political intrigue taking place here. I sincerely believe that Donald Trump is using the situation in DC to get another political win. He's been very focused on these 80-20 issues. Basically, the vast majority of the country has no problem with getting rid of crime. It's that 20% that may be a little bit disagreeing about how it's done. The vast majority of the country has a very big issue with allowing transgender sex changes for children. It's 5 or 10% of the country that think that's an okay thing. I think he's pushing a lot of the Democrats into these 20% positions and watching them defend them because they feel like they're just being counter to Trump. And that brings us to where we are here. Everybody wants to see a clean streets and, you know, no graffiti. They don't want to see kids going crazy and robberies and murders and all this kind of stuff happening. And then the response typically that happens from the left is, oh, but it's Trump. And then that pushes them into an 80-20 paradox where they look like they're on the wrong side of history. Let's take a look here at Scott Jennings, and he kind of discusses the same thing here. Let's take a look at this clip here. This is Scott Jennings, CNN.
Safe, and to say the president is trying to help us keep people from getting murdered and carjacked, and we have to stop this authoritarian push. It's just sort of ridiculous rhetoric. These Democrats don't know what to do with themselves. Every time Donald Trump tries to do something, they reflexively feel the need to oppose it without thinking through the political implications for themselves.
You think Democrats are taking the bait?
Well, I think they're acting like idiots here. The city is crime-ridden. I saw a guy get murdered in Union Station in February at 4 in the afternoon. I saw the body hit the floor at the bottom of the escalator on the second floor. And so everybody who visits there, everybody who lives there knows it's a serious problem. You have extra eyes and ears. They've arrested criminals. They're getting illegal guns off the street. People feel safer. Tourists feel safer. What is the problem?
All right.
And I think that's what it's coming down to. It's an easy out. He can control the military, the National Guard there. He can control these federal agencies. And DC has like 5 or 6 different law enforcement bodies in it alone. Does he want to have clean streets in DC? I think he kind of does. I think he wants to have the aesthetic appeal. But I think he also knows how his competition is going to respond to this. And they're going to be on the wrong side of history. And even if it does go wrong and some police, overstep their boundaries, he still gets a political win because it seems like Mayor Bowser and all the other folks who are in DC and in the different political parties that are against him, they seem like they're crazy for fighting against tough on crime policies. Guys, what am I missing here? Or am I kind of hitting on some pay dirt?